Wangapi wanasema gavana ni mama?
It's a national duty, it's a patriotic duty, it's an act of heroic restoration to send William Ruto home.
If there is something that I am so sure of, something that I am so convinced beyond reasonable doubt, in this day, time and age, in the politics of Kenya, is if most or the larger percentage of Kenyans wake up before the 2027 elections and get to realize that President William Samoei Ruto is no longer the president in whatever way that happens, and people just wake up to find that William Samoei Ruto before 2027 is not the president of Kenya. Oh my, there will be a celebration. There will be a celebration, even without trying to interrogate who is currently the president or who's the next person becoming the president of Kenya. Trust me, I am so sure about what I am saying. Why? Remember, someday back, I gave a video about Eugene Wamalwa saying that the only thing that Kenyans are interested about is having William Samoei Ruto out of that office. And this was also reiterated back with a former Secretary General for the ruling party, that is the UDA, that is Cleophas Malala. He said in one of the videos that even a woman, he doesn't consider the looks of that lady or any woman who just is determined and says Ruto must go, or from that day he can even marry that lady. So it shows you how people are so convinced that this regime is an oppressive one. This regime is a regime that is geared towards making life difficult for Kenyans. Therefore, the best thing is to do anything possible to make sure that they are out of power. So many atrocities have always been committed with this regime. Now, like Ndindi Nyoro says, the MP for Kiharu, our debt ceiling is rising day in, day out. There are huge loans that are being taken. In less than 3 years, the loans that this government has taken from China and other sources is so much than the loans that Mwai Kibaki took in 10 years.
Na ukiangalia mwaka ambayo ni ya 2022 ikienda kuisha, ile mwaka ya uchaguzi, the debt in Kenya was around 8.7 trillion Kenya shillings. Currently, it is around over 11 trillion Kenya shillings. Meaning, over a period of 2 years, we have borrowed close to 2.5 trillion Kenya shillings. The entire reign of President Mwai Kibaki, miaka yake yote 10, alipata deni ya nchi ikiwa 600 billion. Akiacha ikiwa around 1.7 to 1.8 trillion Kenya shillings. Meaning the entire 10 years, he borrowed just around 1.2 trillion Kenya shillings. Hiyo ndio pesa ambayo Kenya inakopa kwa saa hizi kila mwaka. Na hiyo miaka yake 10 ndio tuliona Thika Road Super Highway, tukaona barabara ya kutoka kama Isiolo kwenda Marsabit, kwenda Moyale, na zingine mingi ambayo tuliona. Na kwa hivyo, if we are borrowing at the same level that President Kibaki borrowed for 10 years, then we must be seeing development that President Kibaki did in 10 years every single year in Kenya.
Kibaki was able to give free education. Kibaki was able to at least drive this nation and improve the economic status of the country. But unfortunately, we have more loans. I mean, it's not even double, it's not triple, it's much, much more than the Kibaki regime took. But what is there to show of it? Still, we have poor road infrastructures in other counties. Still, we have poor medical attention. Still, we have the education system fumbling. Day in, day out, it's complaints about this government. There is no single day that passes without listening to someone just like I'm doing, complaining about this regime. I mean, we have a government that invites the opposition into the government, and the opposition agrees. They call it a broad-based government. For a while, we coded that as a bread-based government. Why? After these leaders unite, all they do is to satisfy their greed. With whose money? Our tax money. The taxpayers' money is the one that is used to cut off shady deals, to enrich these politicians. It is the same money that is being used to pay rogue police and KDF officers to unalive Kenyans instead of protecting them. It is your taxpayers' money that is used to create policies and bills that are going to hurt you as a Kenyan. But until recently, that BBC unleashed or released the documentary known as or dubbed Blood Parliament. Then we have realized actually it is a blood-based government. Why? We see MPs like Opondo Kaluma. We see MCAs like Robert Alai. I mean, Robert Alai comes and says that parliament is not a place where you just come in and expect to be given wine, goodies. There is this thing that you don't understand in the Constitution when we talk about the sovereign power of the people. Whose money was used to build that parliament? Whose money has been used to even refurbish and give the state of art kind of look? The furniture, whose money has been used? Is it not my tax? Is it not your tax? Is a Kenyan. Therefore, when we enter there, we are entering into our property. When MP like Kaluma says that the license for BBC should be revoked in Kenya, don't you understand about the press freedom? When you say that it is the British government that wants to infiltrate their agenda into the Kenyan government, into the Kenyan territory, what do you mean? We saw live events happening in June 25th, and before that, there were a series of events that were happening. State-sanctioned abductions were being carried. Extrajudicial killings that William Samuel Ruto vowed that will never occur in his government during the campaigns played right before our eyes on television screens. We saw. Now, we have the faces of the people who did shoot the innocent demonstrators. we are still waiting to see what the government will do. Just the other day, Murkomen was encouraging the police to keep doing the good work they have been doing, and they should never bow down to intimidation, that they will be protected. So it's like, yo, you kill them. After all, I don't give a damn. You kill them, I'll protect you. That is the statement that the government, through CS Murkomen, is saying. Otherwise, how could we quote that? People are being killed. A documentary has been released. Instead of IPOA, whose only job is to investigate, just one job, do the necessary. The CS comes there defending the police. Whereas a media house that is mandated with so much responsibilities of covering stories across the globe has so much responsibility, could take their time to investigate and get to know actually who did what, when, where. And they gave even the estimates of where the shots could have been made from. Whereas we have a government of the day that whose job is to keep defending criminals who are within the government. There is no good thing to celebrate about this government. That is why, in my opening statement, I did say, if there is anything that I'm so sure about and goes beyond and convinces me beyond any reasonable doubt, that if between now and 2027, before the elections, something happens and William Ruto is not the president again, Kenyans will take to the streets to celebrate. Ask yourself, why is it reaching a point even whereby when certain leaders face a death in their families or they become diseased, some Kenyans will celebrate? Why? Because you put them through certain pain which has planted a seed of non-remorsefulness towards you. Death never used to be something to celebrate, but that is the kind of seed that you leaders are trying to plant. That when a politician dies, Kenyans celebrate. Why? They are better off dead than alive, because the atrocities they are committing to Kenyans are so heinous. That is it. I will talk and talk and talk and talk. But the fact is, Kenyans are fed up with this government. And that is why people are so determined to see Ruto become a one-term president, or even not allow him finish this one term. There is a seed that has been planted. People are on a break. And when the revolutionary fire is sparked again, no amount of force, I'm saying this, no amount of force will take it back. Give me your comment in the comment section. If you're watching from my YouTube channel, kindly subscribe and press the notification button. So anytime that we are live or we upload content of this nature, you'll be the very first person to be notified. Ahmed Khalif is my name for the unscripted talks here in Dub Radio. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
Kwa timba kali za Afrika, Dub Radio ndio mpango mzima.